What's up, Jabroni? Steven here. Welcome back to yet another reaction. Today we are hopping into Chuck, episode number 5 of season number 2, Chuck versus Tom Sawyer. Hopefully you guys are excited. If you are, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Head over to Patreon for the full, uncut, unedited reaction. You can get episodes extra early over there if you want them. If you don't want them, that's cool. You can get episodes here whenever they show up. So, let's see. Last episode was Chuck versus the Cougars, right? So, it was essentially Nicole Richie was like some former high school mate of Sarah, and she was dating Ben Savage and essentially tried to screw him over and use him for money and gain and a bunch of other stuff. I thought it was an entertaining episode because we got to see a little bit about Sarah, even though in the end we did find out Sarah's background wasn't actually her background. Still kind of interesting. I actually enjoyed it. Yeah, so I'm not sure. Chuck versus Tom Sawyer. I mean, Tom Sawyer is the dude from the book, right? Like Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer. Is that not a thing? Am I crazy? Been out of school for a while and haven't read that in like 15 years, but maybe a little bit longer than that. Right? That's got to be it, right? So yeah, we're going to hop in here, have a good time, hopefully. Like, comment, subscribe. Pretty much. Here we go. The hell?
Stu Brewster here, and I'd like you all to meet Jeffrey Barnes, the new Missile Command World Champ.
Jeffrey used to be the man. He was nice. Chuck's double life.
Are you forgetting something?
It's only the most important meal of the day, bud. Of course.
Let me tell you, brother, it does wonders for your Wang energy.
Great, thanks.
Hey, where were you last night? We heard you come stomping in at like 4 in the morning.
I'd like you to meet Emmett Milbaugh.
Hey,
Emmett is an efficiency
it's,
expert. He's been sent by Buy More Corporate to tighten your slack asses up.
what's his name? Tony Hale, right?
Whole new sort. Hey, hello. This is him.
We finally meet Chuck. Hi.
Oh, I thought he was flashing on the manager guy.
Convenient Southern California locations.
I shaved this morning. I want to make sure I got. Run, Jeff, run. Question is, who? Why do they want you? I knew he was getting to the head tilt. Yeah, he's like one of the what the fucks.
I thought it would be nice if you and I could talk without Chuck, actually.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
What the hell, Casey?
Not polite to spy, Chuck.
We are spies.
Found out that I was going behind his back like this.
Oh, well, your secret is safe with me.
Nerd, herd, creepy serial killer, Jeff? Yeah. You know what? I think it's time that you and I had a talk.
He's like he is regressing into something worse than what he was.
How about we grab a beer?
No thanks.
What? A beer?
Could be enticed to grab a dozen beers, however.
Sounds like a plan.
We can kick it at my place.
The intersect has been compromised.
Negative. Very secure.
I'm talking about the weirdo inside the Buy More.
I'm starting to think that there's something going on with my brother.
Resuming dictation. Report the following violation of Buy More policy. Misappropriation of the home theater room, after hours consumption of alcohol, and lewd use of a musical montage.
Presented by none other than Mr. Morimoto, CEO and Chief Engineer at Atari Games.
Oh no.
Dude, you are so wasted.
Somebody at Atari is evil.
Hey, I flashed some guy on the TV. He's a video
I
game
meant
star.
like
Yes, out the back door now.
Wait, what about Jeff?
What about
We
him?
can't just leave him here.
Dead weight.
oh wow. He's strong. I didn't think he'd be able to carry him. So what is it? Or what?
On my upholstery, he's gonna
What is
wish
it?
we left him with the terrorists.
What's up, ladies? You take the brunette. I'm
Oh.
gonna take a crack at the blonde.
I hear you. I really do. But all those goals I used to have, I still have them. Okay. Hey, sis.
I love
It's
you.
not gonna end today.
Oh.
This is very bad. Can't you see that we're losing the man? I'm your best friend, Jeff. No, I'm your best friend, Chuck. Oh, isn't life grand? Maybe we should form an alliance. You and me could be best friends.
Whoa, 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 dude. Let's not panic here.
Thanks, man.
All right, be cool, Casey.
You see what I'm wearing?
Just let me do the talking.
Hey, nerd herd time. Look like we're the Book of Mormon.
The network is being attacked by a particularly nasty virus. Back at Stanford.
Okay. Plan B. We send in Sarah. Okay. And now we're gonna play up the nerds never get a hot girl stereotype.
I hear you're having a computer problem.
I hate when shows do this.
See if I could just get on the terminal. I can
Make it so over the top. It doesn't. It's so fucking not real. Look at like why.
Stairs. Looks like Agent Walker's got the.
Maybe it's just like the best arcade ever. Go in there, play some Missile Command. Is that a Transformer or Voltron?
You should not be here. Hidden in the final board, a kill screen. A secret level only I could achieve. The mathematics underlying the final board are too advanced. It's like the music of the universe. Hands up. I'm sorry. I cannot do that. What's going on here, Chuck? Wait, if the bad guys have the code, why are you still playing the game?
There's a bomb.
We're running out of time. Save yourselves.
Let's get out of here, Chuck.
We can't just leave him here.
Not this time.
No. Go! Run!
What? Boy really left me for him to die? Wow, they actually left him to die.
We're sorry to report that Farouk and his team have the code.
That and they murdered Morimoto.
That means that your duties are no longer required on this operation.
The code is hidden in every arcade game. If we can get to the kill screen, we can get the code, and then we can take control of the satellite.
That's how we're gonna
We'll
get
have
Jeff.
our engineers take
No,
over.
look, the only way to get the code is by beating the game, and the only person who can beat the game is...
Burned to a crisp.
I was talking about Jeff.
So was I.
Casey, you coordinate with the Air Force while Mr. Bartowski pursues his contingency plan.
Dude, it's insane that like this is just allowed to happen. Oh Jesus. Dude, 25 years ago, Jeffrey looked the same. Like he still looked old as hell.
Feels so hot.
Yeah. That's a problem. We've got 30 minutes to do this.
Jefferson. Hey.
I'll get some water.
Do you think my brother's on drugs?
Or that.
That'd explain a lot.
Someone better deliver.
Yep.
You suck, Bartowski.
Thanks, random stranger.
You listening to Rush?
Music of the universe.
Buddy, do we carry any Rush CDs in the store?
No need, I got them all on my Zune.
Hey, Zune.
No,
Aw.
Good. I have a very, very special request.
I used to have 2 Zunes. Oh, that's why it's called Tom Sawyer. It's a Rush song. Jesus. I wonder if it ever became kind of like annoying for the actress to play Sarah. Like, wait, so my girl's the one that always does action, everybody else doesn't. It's always me. I gotta do all the physical stuff.
I did it! I beat the game! I got to the kill screen! I got the code! The game, it follows a pattern.
Okay,
It's
bring
just
it.
like Mr. Morimoto said.
The music of the universe.
Chuck,
Okay.
give me the code.
Yes.
Oscar.
Turn around and get the cheers. It's for the game, but for him, it's more.
I am so proud of you. Sarah told us what's inside.
Wow, what is that? Holy shit, is that his degree?
My diploma?
How the fuck?
Well, don't act so surprised.
You sly dog.
Like, he got his degree.
Sarah also told us about what you've been doing behind our backs.
She did? Really?
Yeah. No wonder you've been such a mess this past year.
Why didn't you tell us you were taking online courses?
Oh! Oh, right. Thanks for my fake diploma.
What do you mean?
I get it. You know, you had one of your CIA pals doctor it up to get Ellie off my back.
It's real, Chuck.
Come on.
I'm serious. You graduated.
What about my last 12 credits?
Well, Casey and I decided that your exceptional field service ought to count for something. That's the Air Force bouncing Morimoto's satellite off the atmosphere and burning it up.
Oh, wow.
Make a wish. It's yours.
His wish is you. All right. Well, that was episode number 5. That was a pretty good episode. I'd probably give it like a 7. I like that more of Chuck's having to deal with his like real life versus his spy life. I thought the getting to know about Jeff and his story, kinda. I actually thought that them connecting the mission to him is actually pretty cool. They introduce us to Tony Hale's character named Emmett, right? So he's gonna be around for a while, which is kind of cool. Like I said, I've only ever seen Tony Hale in like movies and stuff, but I know he is in Veep, and I think he was in Arrested Development. I think he's also in that show. Again, I've never seen either one of them, so I couldn't know. But yeah, let's go through the episode. So the episode starts off, Ellie is wanting to know what are Chuck's plans, what are his goals, does he have any ambition for his future? And, you know, Chuck, of course, has to keep giving excuses and lies because he does want to do something, but truly cannot. So he gives, you know, a random excuse here or there to see if maybe Ellie could, you know, give him, like, get off his back for a little bit, even though he fully understands why she wants him to, you know, why she wants him to be better, because he went to Stanford and he deserves better. Like we said, we got introduced to Tony Hale's character, Emmett, who is somebody who's coming in to evaluate things. Chuck flashes on a customer that looks kind of shady. He is looking for Jeff. We don't know why. While that happens, we have Ellie coming to talk to Sarah. She wants to know about Chuck and his ambition. While that's happening, they tell Chuck that he's got to hang out with Jeff and kind of learn about him, figure out why people want him. So we're hanging out with Jeff, and things are about to get weird. We're going to get wasted and watch a Photoshop music video of Anna. So, you know, fun times. The Emmett guy is kind of watching, it's almost like he's like going to be jotting down all the the things that Chuck does that are against company policy. And then while that happens, we have these two talking about it, like about Chuck and everything. So some bad guys show up. Jeff passes out. Did he? Oh yeah, Chuck flashed on something here. What did Chuck flash on? Oh, Chuck flashed on the Miyamoto, right? That's his name? Yeah, Morimoto, a guy. Turns out he has something to do with dismissal. The bad guys are here. We have to run. We bring Jeff to the house. Ellie sees it. Ellie is not happy. She's like, what is happening, Chuck? You are hanging out with weird Jeff. You're bringing him home at night. Things are just not good. And of course, Chuck has to continue to lie, which is taking a toll on him, on him mentally, because he has to keep lying to his sister. We have Lester and Morgan kind of upset that Jeff and Chuck are hanging out. We go to the Miyamoto guy's place where he works, and we are trying to, hack into their system or whatever. We play the cliche nerd stuff. When they see a hot girl, they all look and stare, and it's a whole thing. Very cliche, very old school stuff, which I've always hated even back then. I never really found it to be funny. I don't know. I just always been like, well, just nerds, just because you're nerdy doesn't mean like you are like this weird ass person or geeky or anything. It's so weird. Then we get the bad guy seeing Chuck. Chuck goes in, sees the Miyamoto guy playing the game. We don't know why. Then Casey gets in here. We find out there's a bomb on the game. The guy has to play the game until he dies. Once he dies, explosion happens and he dies in real life. There's a giant explosion. Let's see. Then we have to figure out. So then the lady, I forgot what our lady's called, the commander lady, she essentially says, we have to shoot the missile out of the sky, and we're gonna have to just accept some minor casualties, or some casualties, or the missiles get over United States soil and just destroy a bunch of do they just fire the missiles and kill a bunch of people? We can't have that. So Chuck isn't cool for either one of these scenarios. So he is gonna try to get Jeff to play the game, beat the game, and they do this whole setup to get it going. He has some weird ass things he wants for this, like Anna fanning him, which is a weird thing, and I would love to have heard that conversation of how Morgan convinced her to do that. A weird scenario here where Morgan's jealous. Chuck kind of builds him back up. We get all these people to come to the events. Jeff kind of freaks out, passes out. It's too much pressure for him. He does a call to Ellie, and Ellie's like, is my brother on drugs? Because yeah, it would sound like that. To me personally, I would be like, oh my god, my brother's gonna try to kill himself, or he's gonna do something stupid. Chuck has to play the game because Jeff is passed out. He connects Rush to the game. There's like some type of synchronization code thing. He figures it out with the intersect. He does it. He beats the game, calls Ellie, and then I thought this was a cool moment where he saved the world, and he for the first time got like an actual standing ovation of people cheering, and it was like a good moment for him. We find out the Emmett guy's gonna be sticking around. We talk with Jeff. Like I said, it was cool that to learn about Jeff and find out. I mean, he was always weird, but not like he's like a burnout now. And then also it was cool that Sarah and Casey set up this thing for Chuck to actually get his diploma, have a degree in something from Stanford, kind of to show Ellie that he's not a loser and he's actually got something going for his life. Because I feel like Ellie thinks he's a loser even though she won't say it.
Encrypting weapons satellite code.
And yeah, then Jeff just plays the game. So like I said, I thought it was a pretty good episode. I'd probably give it like a 7. I enjoyed it a lot. For what it was, but it wasn't like anything major story-wise. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Head over to Patreon, full uncut, unedited reactions over there if you want them. If you don't, that's cool. You can get episodes here whenever they show up. But yeah, let's get out of here, and I'll talk to you guys later.